What's up, family? Welcome to another episode of The Knowledge Room. I'm your host, Mike Deezee, and today's topic is the national flag. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, hit the red button at the bottom of my left-hand side. And with that said, let's go. I read a post on my favorite social media outlet to get ideas, and I came across a statement a friend shared. The statement read, "With Donald, you know his name, I refer to him as Hitler, with Donald Hitler, more whites have ditched the white sheets for the American flag." End quote. There's some truth to this statement. Ever since Donald stole the election, and everyone of conscience knows he did, ever since that fatal, not fateful, but fatal November night, whites who were already racist decided to remove their traditional covering and come out into the open. No longer did the racist feel he or she had to keep their hateful feelings secret. With Hitler having stolen the White House, the Klan and the Nazis felt they could, pardon that technical difficulty. Again, with Hitler having stolen the White House, the Klan and the Nazis felt they could, in a sense, show their ass. However, what neither the Klan nor the Nazis expected were for the Muslims, the Latin family, the Native family, common whites with a love for truth, the Indian family, and certainly the black family. The racists did not anticipate all of us who have been used by a racist government to diss each other while the government fucks us all over in one form or another. The racists did not expect for us to proverbially and sometimes physically lock arm in arm and utter similar words that were used during the Black Power movement. United we stand, and divided we die. They were not expecting that. What the racists really expected was for Hitler to really build a wall separating the Latin family from their loved ones and the Great Mexico from their family in California, or should I say, Northern Mexico. Those of conscience among the Latin family know that California belongs to both your people and to the indigenous, who are strangely referred to as Native American, as though the indigenous decided suddenly to be down with the same white man that their ancestors said speaks with forked tongue. Pardon the misuse of accent, wrong culture, my bad. Even the whites who are about truth know this for a fact, that the natives are not natives, they are indigenous of this land. And this land truly is Northern Mexico. It is not America. Or excuse me, it is not, California is not California, it's Northern Mexico. But we'll allow the racists to call it what they want to call it for the time being. Anyway, moving on. Again, the racists did not expect what happened. The racists did not expect all the families of color and all white families who want truth. Excuse me. The racists did not expect all the families of color and my white family who want truth. The racists did not expect us all to show up at airports locked arm in arm to fight for our Latin family. The racists did not expect for white mothers to defend their biracial sons with pride and tell the racist police, "You will not kill my biracial or black son." The racists did not anticipate white women becoming divided. Those who stand up and praise a known misogynist, you know his name, Hitler, or the name I refer to him as Hitler, versus white sisters who look across the metaphorical divider at their white sister and question, how can you defend someone who hates your very existence as a woman? How insane could you be? Clearly they're that insane that they're defending someone that is talking about purposely grabbing their privates with no shame whatsoever. Moving on. The Klan expected that all white women hated blacks, period. Somehow, the Klan apparently forgot biracial children. And do not ask me how they overlooked that, because I have no idea. Then we have our brother Colin Kaepernick, who took Black Lives Matter to the next level by taking a knee during the blatantly racist song that is America's national anthem. A song that, if we read the lyrics, boldly shows how the white men who founded the United States really felt about black people. And to the blacks that still feel America was always about being inclusive of black people, you might want to read the lyrics to that song. Going back to Colin. Here's how you know one man can really make a difference. Colin took a knee, then took being cut from his team, and did not act ignorant about it at all. Colin used his star power by giving back to his community and staying active within the community. While he was doing this, a campaign was initiated to boycott the National Football League, or the NFL, as it's commonly called, until a boycott was started until Kaepernick, was given back the job that he should have never lost. Though only a select segment of whites of conscience, and sadly a small section of blacks, myself included, took part in the boycott, unfortunately a large portion of blacks didn't even consider joining the boycott at all. In thinking about the portion of blacks that did not support the boycott, this idea came to me. If the same portion of blacks and whites that did not support the boycott had showed up to the polls on that fatal November evening, or fatal November morning rather, if they had showed up to the polls on that fatal November morning, the United States would have been saying, Madam President, instead of Hitler. If you haven't already, hit that red button. Like I said at the beginning, hit that red button on the left hand side. If you dig this show or any other show on Video Network, make sure to click that like icon on this side, on the right hand side. Send us feedback here on Video Network on YouTube, or send us feedback on Facebook at the following address. Do this. The like button, yeah, do that. Anyway, having said that, remember, united we stand and divided we dead.